Here's here's one, a bit of a, oh, it's just bullshit really, but I was hoping to sell a book with it. Anyway, it's called Blood on My Fists, Blood on My Face. Grandpa and Grandma owned a station, Mulga Country, Gudgel Nation. When we were kids, we fed the stock, chickens and dogs, pigs and the flock. Grandma starts talking, so I listen close. Grandma was wily, but deaf as a post. There were two brothers, she began to recite. The legend of Murphy had just taken flight. She bent to her knees, and as she stood up, I noticed a hanky pinned to her front. Back in the 50s, her poem she began. There lived two brothers, name of McCann. One was a stockman, did take on the farm, the other a miner, fair chanced his arm. Both men were wiry and tough as the land, nothing prepared them, God dealt his hand. Miner struck gold, and soon it was known, a mob from the south in they had flown. They bullied their way and found miner with gold. Stockman found brother, his body was cold. The gold was all missing and the perps were all gone, so he picked up his brother and travelled to town. Asking round, he soon learnt a lot. This mob was from Melbourne. His gut was a knot. He buried his brother and it was said went back west. Truth be known, south nonetheless. Quietly he researched the mob from the dark, and when he was ready, he chose his mark. A pub they controlled, they counted their money. 12 gauge for the doorman. Move away, sonny. He walked inside, the mob on their feet. Before they could move, their God they did meet. A mighty hand connected with bloke known as Sid. The safe door was open, so filled up his lid. The explosives were laid. He had set them before, walked across pub floor and out of the door. At a safe distance, he turned around. The pub turned to splinters and smoke on the ground. Quietly he thought of his brother's embrace. Blood on my fists and blood on my face. Calmly he walked back to his car, drove back to country and into the bar. When I looked up, Grandma was there. Took his hat off. Grandpa was there. Took his hat off, ran a hand through his hair. This Yankee, he said, I got it in Melbourne. Went there on business when I was a young'un.